What's a joke that's so stupid it's funny? Say what you want about deaf people. A plateau is the highest form of flattery. Guy walks up to the widow at her husband's funeral and says, "May I just say one word?" Quote, "Sure," she replies. Plethora. The widow says, "Thanks, that means a lot." What do you get when you cross a joke with a rhetorical question? Hey, guess what? Quote, "What?" Quote, "Good guess." I have many jokes about unemployed people. Sadly, none of them work. Why can't hedgehogs just share the hedge? They say smoking kills, but it cures salmon. What was E.T. short for? Because he had little legs. Why did Edward Woodward have so many D's in his name? What did one nut say when it was chasing the other nut? I'm a cashew. What do we want? Airplane noises. Quote, "When do we want them?" NYEOW. Quote, two fish are in a tank. One looks at the other and says, "You man the gun, I'll drive." What's red and bad for your teeth? A brick. Why do scuba divers jump backwards out of the boat? Because if they jumped forward, they'd still be in the boat. Q. What's a pirate's favorite letter? Wait for them to say R-R-R-R-R-R-A. Yar. You'd think so, but me first love be the sea. What do you call a magic dog? A labracadabrador. A Mexican magician told his audience he was going to vanish on the count of 3. He counted, uno, dos, and disappeared without a trace. Courtesy of my daughter, what do you call a broken can opener? A can opener. You can't run through a campsite. You can only run because it's past tense. Two cows are standing in a field. The first cow says to the second, "Have you heard about this mad cow disease? It makes cows go crazy and then they die." The second cow replies, "Good thing I'm a helicopter. I saw a nice stereo on Craigslist for $1. Seller says the volume is stuck on high. I couldn't turn it down." What did Stevie Wonder say to the seagull? "I can't see sh*T. A husband and wife were driving through Louisiana. As they approached Natchitoches, they started arguing about the pronunciation of the town. They argued back and forth. Then they stopped for lunch. At the counter, the husband asked the blonde waitress, "Before we order, could you please settle an argument for us? Would you please pronounce where we're very slowly?" Quote, she leaned over the counter and said, "The Burger King." Two whales are drunk at a bar. One whale says, "Make long whale cooing noises until everyone around you is pretty uncomfortable. Like I'm not *T*ing you. At least 1 to 2 full minutes of weird off-pitch whale noises." The other whale says, "Do a deep inhale like you're about to make more weird whale noises so that everyone around you almost gets pissed and unfriends you on Facebook. Go home. Frank, you're drunk." A man walked into a zoo. There was one dog. It was a Shih Tzu. "I used to be good at telling jokes, but now I just punch up the F***CK line." Why'd the old man fall down the well? Because he couldn't see that well. To be frank, I'd have to change my name. A naked guy just dunked his balls in glitter. That's pretty nuts. *Edit. Of course my first goal would be testicle related. That's how the internet works. Thanks, stranger. What's brown and sticky? Carrot. A stick. A pirate walks into a bar. He's walking bow-legged because he has a steering wheel chained between his knees. The bartender asks the obvious, "Why do you have a steering wheel chained between your legs?" Quote, the pirate answers, "YAAAAARR. I don't know, but it's driving me nuts." Quote, what do you call an alligator in a vest? An investigator. A priest. A pastor. and a rabbi walk into a bar. The bartender says, "What is this? Some kind of joke?" Quote, "If Russians pronounce V's as V's, then Soviet." Two men walked into a bar and the third guy ducked. "I stole this from online, but I used it at work and got a bunch of laughs while using the step ladder." Someone said, "What do you need that ladder for?" Quote, "I replied, I never knew my real ladder. This is just my step ladder." What do you get when you combine a dyslexic, an insomniac, and an agnostic? Someone who lies awake at night wondering if there's a dog. What did the janitor say when he jumped out of the closet? Supplies. I bought the world's worst thesaurus today. Not only was it terrible, but it was also terrible. Steak jokes are a rare medium well done. Do any of you have experience making Moroccan rolls? I found a recipe in a magazine, but I wasn't sure about it, because the recipe calls for thyme and a bunch of other spices. I had them all, but unfortunately they were all expired. I decided to make them anyways. Took them to a party, and they ended up all being eaten. Everyone thought they were delicious. I guess what they say is true. People love that old-time Moroccan roll. How do you think the unthinkable? With an it bird. What did the grape say when the elephant sat on it? Nothing, but it let out a little whine. A drummer's wife had quadruplets. He wanted to name each one Anna. She asked how they will tell them apart. He replied, Anna 1, Anna 2. A man enters a pun contest in his local newspaper. He sends in 10 puns, hoping at least one of them would win. But unfortunately, no pun intended. Why did Sarah fall off the swing? Because she had no arms. Knock knock, who's there? Not Sarah. A skeleton walks into a bar. He goes up to the bartender and says, "I'd like a beer and a mop." An Irishman walks out of a bar.